I don't know what to do with my glasses now.
Dance.
And there's the beginning of our video. Hello! Welcome to our whiskey tasting today. I'm Jen.
And my name's Rachel.
And we're trying some Deanston today. Again, we're going to do a wee comparison.
So we did 12-year-old before, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
And now we're doing some limited editions they've got. Delicious limited editions.
Oh, opening 2 bottles of whiskey in one night.
I
Extravagant.
know. So both out this year, just, I think. One of them we can't find on their online shops. I think that might already be out.
I know.
This one here then, this one's 12 years old, cash strength 52.7. Slàinte, my friend.
Thank you. Slàinte.
And I think it's been 12 years, its whole life in Oloroso sherry. And it's got a nice kind of ruby colour for it as well, eh? Oh, that smells great. That smells great. Oh, it smells so raisiny.
So one of my all-time favourite whiskies was the Deanston 20-year-old in Oloroso, and that reminds me of that
I was
so
literally
much.
just about to say that as well. Like, it smells very, very, very similar to it. I always think Deanston does best in a bourbon cask, but then you have it in a sherry cask and you're like, well, that's very
It's
delicious
just
too.
so like rounded and creamy.
It is like very thick, viscous, kind of oily
Yeah.
whiskey. So they're all non-chill filtered, no colouring and all that chat. Should we smell the other one and then start
Yeah,
drinking
let's
them,
smell
do
the
you
other
think?
one. So yeah, this one is PX finish.
Oh,
this
sorry,
one's
that's so different.
much more leathery.
I feel like that's really malty. Much more malty.
Or
That
just
smells
really
much more like
leathery,
distillery.
leather.
I would say that was
Oh
younger if you
yeah,
didn't tell me
definitely. 17 years old, that one.
that. If you
2002.
told me which one was younger, I would
I
definitely
would
choose that one.
I would have said, well, we've not tried them yet, I suppose,
True,
but I
true,
would have
true.
said that as well. 49.3% this one, so
It's a lot
how
more
much?
nutty.
Yes, nutty.
Mm,
Oh, it
it
smells
does
like
when
a bag
you-
of cashews.
When you go back, to this very expensive bag of cashews, that gets you jolly though. When you go back to mine is 52.7.
Ah, right. So, well, I feel like this one's stronger.
Oh man.
Yeah, so this one has been for 14 years in whiskey refill casks.
Mhm.
So I suppose that's not like a very intense.
12 years in Oloroso sherry, yeah.
Yeah, whereas, and then it's just the final.
3.
Yeah, I was going to say 3 and then I thought I was wrong. The final 3 in the Pedro Jimenez sherry casks. So I found an interesting note on their bottle. This one I thought was quite funny. It says, during the finish it developed a delicious sweetness, as we all would if we'd spent years in sherry wood. I mean, I'm not sure I would survive years in sherry
I feel
wood.
like that sounds like something we would say, not
does.
something you print on a bottle.
Not
box of
something the
whiskey.
marketing people of a whiskey
What does
company
mine
would
say?
put.
So, in our more nostalgic moments, we think of our Oloroso sherry casks as looms of flavour interlacing the characteristics of their former occupant, which was the mill, a dry nutty sherry with those of the new inhabitant, our soft single malt.
I like that they've linked it in with the mill, but I find that the new occupant or whatever it was sounds quite creepy.
And it's like ghosting about in your
Yeah,
cask.
yeah.
Like dead children.
Well, as whoever they've put in the sherry wood that they think is now sweet.
It's just a
come back
cotton
as
mill
a
child
ghost.
fucking like, let me out!
Right, should we try these?
Yes.
Which one do you want to try first?
I really don't know. I don't know.
think I like the smell of the Oloroso better. So I
Should we
think I
both-
want to try.
that one, so you keep that one.
Yeah. Shall
Yeah.
we try the PX?
Yeah.
Organic PX first. Slàinte.
Mmm.
Oh.
Well, it's much more nutty.
It's quite, like the texture is quite creamy.
Yeah, it's sweeter at first than you think it's going to be.
It's not as dry. It smells dry and leathery. It's not as dry as I thought.
Perfumey. To be honest, it tastes more like the 12-year-old that I tasted when I used to work there, which is about right
Yeah,
distillation time. It's
yeah.
much more. I always remember Deanston having much more malty flavour than it does now, and that tastes really malty. Other things too. It's got a wee bit of that kind of fustiness you get with some older sherries or white
Yep.
sherries. Not in a bad way, but it's not as flavourful as I was thinking.
It's not got as many layers. We could try with a wee drop of water actually, because
Yes.
I feel like it should have more layers than that.
Definitely.
I'm getting quite one-dimensional.
It's quite perfumey. It's got a kind of elegant flavour about it. But definitely, like, for me, malt is the... Oh, and then marzipan.
A wee orangey note? Oh, marzipan.
Yeah.
You get those cakes, it's like a fruit cake and then a layer of marzipan. It's like that.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what that tastes
With
like.
an almond on top.
With an almond on top. And a wee bit of dust.
Any cakes like that, they're in my house, always have a wee bit of dust anyway, because they've been sitting a while. You only eat them when there's nothing else left.
Alistair's a lucky man.
See, this one smells much. It was like so caramelly,
yeah.
and
oh, I'm very excited.
that's like salted caramel.
Salted caramel and like treacle and like raisins and that.
Yep. It does have quite a like young lively. How old is this one again?
This one is 12.
I feel like it's got that kind of young spirit roundedness, that kind of like oiliness. Oh, like a syrup sponge or a rum baba or something.
Walnuts.
Mm.
That is delicious.
Mm.
That is so tasty. That's so smooth.
Mm. Golden syrup.
That's higher. That's higher in alcohol than that, but I don't think it tastes it at all.
Mm-mm.
And you've got that as well.
Oh.
So they're saying treacle toffee, dark fruits, spices, spice,
Fudge.
and some vodka. Fudge definitely, and a pine needle or two, which I agree with. It's got a wee
They've
freshness.
said that?
Yeah. I know, so they've been getting more funky with their taste.
They
Look, someone
have.
else
They
is-
have.
hired
Someone's
someone
been
else.
listening to us.
Ah!
Does it taste like a horse? Or
Come
spam?
out was the new like free spirit edition. He's a horse.
Should we try some water in this one?
Yes.
Thick and oily and syrupy.
That is delicious. I've got the 20-year-old Deanston at home that I've not opened. I should just open it to compare with it a little.
Oh, that's got more. Like orange and clove. That's like a pomander now.
Definitely orange and clove.
That's so
Christmassy.
Christmassy.
Oh, we're getting
getting
good at this. We are getting good at this.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I love
delicious.
this one. Out of the two,
This one,
me too.
100%.
The
That one's
other
nice.
one is more. It's like a I feel like people who like older whiskies will like that one better, but sometimes I think at the moment I feel like I'm quite liking the younger, like the rounded, more like liveliness of the younger spirits, I think.
If you go back and smell that one, it reminds me so much of the sherry we think might have gone off, that Fino sherry. That was smelling, smelled a bit like towels.
No, it smelled like old wet towels. No, I don't get that. So I think I know what you mean, but
This for me smells like now an old wet towel that's been sodden with alcohol. And left dry, which is interesting. Well, I mean, sometimes rubber boots are delicious.
yeah.
And so are old towels, and so are indeed horses. Not to eat, but to smell and to lick. To think about. Yeah, definitely, 100% this one. Love that. That is an awesome, awesome jam.
Oh, the second one, amazing, love it. I've drunk more of the first one, interestingly. I think maybe you poured more generous drams.
I think I probably did, yes.
Thank you for joining us, and join us again next time. Slange.
Hey!
Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. You can catch us on social media as well at The Grail Tastings. Slange, and see you next time.
Hello? Oh, no, you start.
I just went. Are you okay with that? Okay.
I've got to
still doing it, or you want to get out first? Or? Sorry, I thought you were going that time. I was ready to go the first time and then not that time.
It's you.
I don't know, I still thought it was you.